Daniel, thank you very much for joining us this morning. A lot of us waking up to a huge surprise, I guess, in many ways, that in the Brexit vote, a margin of more than 1 million votes in favour of the Leave campaign. Were you as surprised?
Yes, I was surprised. This certainly ran against most of the opinion polls, although they were all very close and within a margin of error of anywhere between 2 and 4 percentage points. And this really fell within the margin of error, so it could have gone either way. But look, when you think about the publicity from the commercial business economic interests in the UK, largely on the side of the Remain faction, and the amount of money and the amount of publicity given to what would happen to Britain, rightly or wrongly, if the country did leave, one would have expected the Brits to have gone with the status quo rather than try to rewrite history. So in a sense, it certainly has been a surprise, and I think it's going to leave British politics deeply scarred, and it will have larger global ramifications.
Of course, Daniel, your specialty, let's look at the economics of this. An inevitable downgrade on the British pound. The markets have obviously been in a complete spin. What have you observed so far, and what are your predictions?
Well, look, I think it's to be expected that there would be an initial reaction, and we've seen it quite substantially. The value of the pound dropped fairly dramatically. The value of shares on the FTSE have also come under pressure this morning, and shares across the board in Europe also under pressure. In fact, some of the European indices have been looking worse than the FTSE, as it happens, indicating that this may have more of an effect on European business than it would have on UK business, strangely enough. The view was always, of course, that the UK exports a lot more to Europe than Europe export back to the UK. And in that sense, it may well be that European business is going to feel the after effects quite substantially as well. But ultimately, we're in a bit of a no man's land. We don't quite know what will the next 2 years bring, because it will take about 2 years for the UK now to negotiate itself out of the EU efficiently, and also, in a sense, back into trading relations agreements that were in existence, and hopefully will have some continuity into the future. And that 2-year period leaves markets very, very vulnerable. It adds to volatility in the world, and I think it will affect economies and currencies along the way.